Hello and welcome to Pentester Academy. My name is Rick Farina, and today we will be using mana to attack PEAP-MSCHAPv2. As usual, please start at pentesteracademy.com and click on Member Access. From here, access Attack Defense Labs, and scroll down the left-hand side until you find Wi-Fi Attack Defense and Live Cracking. Today, attacking PEAP-MSCHAPv2. Please select the server closest to you. In my case, that's US East. And while that's loading up, take a quick read through. 2 dual-band Wi-Fi interfaces are available on the lab machine. A client in the vicinity is probing for WPA2 Enterprise Network and is configured to use PEAP-MSCHAPv2. We get to use hostapd-mana to create a WPA2 Enterprise Wi-Fi network and try to retrieve the user's credentials. We have aircrack, hostapd, and asleep. So we're going to see what we can't do right in here and go ahead and open up our lab. Now, as usual, I like to start off with airmon-ng to take a look at my Wi-Fi cards. Failing that, we've got IWDev. We do have 2 Wi-Fi cards as promised. Let's take the first one and do a quick survey of the land. IP link set WLAN0 down. Switch into monitor mode with IWDev WLAN0 set type monitor. And then bring the interface back up with IP link set WLAN0 up. Aerodump ng --band ABG WLAN0 will give us a quick all channel search, see what's going on. We do have 1 client probing for Amaze LLC. And this one is going to be our target. Now that we've found our target and we know what they're probing for, let's take a look at the files we have available to us. We have 100 common passwords.txt, and there's a folder full of certs. Yes, indeed. We've got all of the cert files necessary pre-generated for us, so we don't have to worry about generating any certs. So we'll go ahead and just start up and make a mana conf file for hostapd-mana edition. Start off with interface equals WLAN1. We already put WLAN0 into monitor modes. We don't want to use that one. And we will do SSID equals copy and paste. And then we've got all of our really standard stuff. Hardware mode equals G, channel equals 1, and then we start to get a little different. Auth algs is 3 for enterprise, WPA equals 3 for enterprise, WPA key management equals WPA EAP, and then we need to say we're going to use .1x. And EAP server equals 1 turns on the internal EAP server that is bundled with hostapd rather than using an external EAP server. Then we're going to give it a file to use, just a flat file to use for authenticating users. hostapd.eap-user. And then we have to define all of our certs. So ca cert equals root certs server.pem. Then we need the server cert, and that is root certs. Oops, sorry. The server cert is server.pem. The ca cert is, of course, ca.pem. Then we need the private key, and that is root certs server.key. And the DH file, root certs dhparam.pem. Okay. Turning on the mana functions, we've got mana wireless ponage edition equals 1, turn that stuff on. Mana EAP success equals 1. This allows you to send back a status success no matter what. Basically, when the user tries to log in, they'll send their information, hopefully, and then we will say, yep, that's it, you got it. There's supposed to be another step in most of these processes where the user actually authenticates the server itself, make sure that everything's okay. But for some reason that's done second, so we can just send a premature status success. And last but most importantly, we want to actually log this stuff, right? So mana_cred_out equals host apd.creds. This is going to make a log file with everybody's authentication. Okay. Now we need to make that file, that flat file that actually has the authentication information. And we're going to, for everybody, we want to allow PEAP and TTLS and TLS and MD5 and GTC. They can log in with whatever they want. For the tunneled mode, we want them to have TTLS MSCHAPv2, regular MSCHAPv2, maybe some MD5, some GTC, TTLS, password authentication protocol, TTLS, CHAP, TTLS, MSCHAP, and that needs a shared secret. Basically what this does is sets up a whole bunch of different options to allow basically whatever the user wants when they're connecting. We could limit this to just what we expect, but you never know what the user is going to want, so even though it specifies in the objectives, it's pretty safe to just enable everything and let the auto negotiations happen. So now that we've got that, assuming we didn't make any typos, we can run hostapd-mana with our mana config file and see how that goes for us. One error found. TTL chap should be TTLS chap. This is why we always copy and paste things, especially out of the documentation, to make sure that we don't mistype them. And then our access point is all loaded up. Hopefully, if the client likes it, it will connect right away. Here we go. Identity phase 0 Sean, identity phase 1 Sean. And it's even nice enough to print out the lines that you need to crack it. So in the John the Ripper format, we've got right here. In the hashcat format, we've got right here. Stop that just so it doesn't keep scrolling. And the classic asleep format right there. Okay, we can even check our creds file. And yep, exactly the same. It logs it in all three formats, showing the user logged in as PEAP-MSCHAPv2. And then it gives us each of the three different formats for cracking. Now, John the Ripper and Hashcat both have accelerated cracking using GPUs. So if you have a supported system, those are definitely the best way to do this. Way faster. However, right now we've got a small dictionary, so we're just going to use asleep. Shouldn't be a problem, and we will just straight copy and paste that. And also need a little bit more than just what it says. So we check asleep, and what are we missing? A dictionary file. So let's go ahead and crack this with our dictionary file that was provided, 100 common passwords.txt, and bam, just that fast, we now know that Sean's password is chocolate. Great password. All right, so user is Sean and our password is chocolate. So let's go back and verify our flags and see if we did this right. Sean, verified, password chocolate, verified, and that's it. Again, the accelerated crackers can really help if you've got a very large dictionary file that you'd like to work through, and you normally want a pretty large dictionary file to try to find any kind of weird variations on passphrases. It really can be that easy. So remember, if you didn't test it yourself, it probably doesn't work, and I will see you next time. Thank you.